Hello and welcome back to the Try Time Podcast. I'm Matt.
And I'm Callum.
And on this week's little snippet video, we're going to be discussing 5 under-23 players that look set to be destined for the lights of the NRL.
The NRL, moving from the Super League to the NRL.
Which, for God's sake, do not do this in the bloody accent.
Now, no Australian accents today. Just about. This is going to be 5 players, no particular order, all under 23, so we haven't included your sort of obvious ones like maybe a Makinson or Walmsley. Haven't included them. It's more younger players who we think.
We decided to add that rule in last minute, so one of my suggestions, Darryl Clark, was thrown straight out.
Yeah, just because some players, I think then you could be going all day when you start getting that. It's more the younger players who we rate.
Although saying that, we are starting off with a very boring selection, Regan Grace.
Not a boring player, but as in he's probably the most obvious player.
You ask this question to certainly any Saints fan, and he's one of the names that they're like, I blooming hope not, because I don't want to lose him, but he's good enough.
He's good enough, yeah. I mean, the pace, the sort of ability to sort of run the ball as well as finish a try.
Strong runner, especially for a guy that looks to lack a lot of size just looking at him compared to some wingers.
But he's got that almost sort of, he's like strength and speed. Like
his strength is almost in the speed he hits you.
Yeah, definitely.
Not like
and he's got muscle as well.
He's bulked up a lot since he broke through.
Yeah, definitely.
A few years back now, when against Wigan he first burst onto the scene
Friday,
on Easter.
Good Friday game. Yeah.
I was in the hospitality suite at the KCOM at the time, watching
Posh boy.
Leeds beat FC. Yeah. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
So, do you think Grace will definitely be in NRL?
I think there'll be NRL clubs circling.
I think they already are.
It's worth saying, while there may have been a few looking at him, anything that has been a concrete, solid rumour.
Yeah.
Ideally reported quite widely in Australia, we've omitted to exclude them. That notably has ruled out Jack Walker, who brought a lot of attention when he first broke onto the scene.
Yeah.
Around the time we played North Queensland in 2018.
Yeah. So,
that's why he's an honourable mention that's been omitted. Yeah. Okay.
Next player.
Speaking of Leeds, I'm going back to my club, and do you know what? I've got the view of these Saints fans. He might well be good enough, but please don't go to the NRL, Harry Newman.
Yeah. I mean,
we've just lost Watkins. We can't lose him over.
Broke through early doors, sort of made it his own position. Really, never really looked in doubt last season.
Harry and Hurrell, it's the dream team.
Yeah, he's still just playing really well. One of the best centres in Super League. Got his England call up to the sort of preliminary squad.
Shows he's around the setup anyway.
Yeah, which is good for the future. I definitely think he's got the quality to be an NRL centre. Even if it's an NRL winger potentially, but I just think he'll go over there.
I think he's stronger position centre now.
Yeah. I definitely think he's still growing. He's still only 20 years old.
I could see him signing for Canberra in the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, definitely.
And it pains me to say that.
Yeah. I think you'll get a good couple of years out of him now.
Harry, if you're watching, don't go.
Definitely not watching.
Please.
And he's definitely not going to listen to you if he is.
Please.
You're scaring him away now.
My season ticket pays part of your wages.
So I think that's it for Newman. I think everyone knows how good he is.
Yeah,
who have we got
certainly how good he can be.
Who have we got next?
Castleford halfback.
Jake Truman.
No, Danny Richardson.
Contentious. I mean, to be fair, we
could have gone for either of them here. We are going to stick Truman in.
Truman, I think.
Mostly on his request, because I personally think McClelland will be the stronger player in a few years' time.
Yeah, that's your opinion. But I think I've watched Truman since he first broke into the Bradford team towards the end of a championship season for us, and he was playing some games when he was 16 years old. And I could see it then. And then obviously as soon as everything happened with us, he went straight to Cass, broke his way into their first team fairly young. He's won a Super League.
I'm pretty sure he was with Cass before Bradford as well.
He wasn't. He came all the way up through Bradford. He's been up through Bradford. You're probably thinking of McClelland.
I know
before he signed for.
Them two played together at Cass.
Yeah.
And McClelland was
the
preferred option before he went to Scottish Rugby.
Truman is one of them players who you think he's been around long. He's actually really young.
Yeah, he is.
He broke it, like I say, he played his first game for Bradford at 16 years old.
This is a big compliment, but it reminds me a lot of a young Johnny Lomax.
Do you reckon? Is that what you'd say? I think he's got the sort of like Danny Maguire type of thing to him. He's a good 6 with a good 7. I think him and Richardson's working out well at Cass.
I can see Richardson.
He's worked out well. I've got to give it. I didn't when they moved because I thought I don't know.
When he kicked his first kick-off against Toronto out on full and missed about 4 goals, I remember thinking, "Oh God, this might
to
not
be fair, he's played really well, so I think.
But he's turned it around.
You've got to give it to him. But it's about Truman. I think I could see him in NRL or at least being given a go. I definitely see him as projection-wise better than George Williams.
Yeah, but I also think Williams is probably one of the most overrated English halves of the last few years.
That's a different video. That's a video.
I'll tell you what, we've got an entire video we could dedicate to our controversial opinions at this point.
Definitely. So who's next? Last two.
We're going to head over to Pie Country and Wigan.
Oh, I think this is a really good shout actually.
Morgan
Smithies. I think broke in. And he's just made it his own space, whether he's starting off at bench.
Brilliant tackler.
Most is up there with most tackles this season, probably top, if not in top 5.
If not, Danny Houghton will be fuming if he's not off his perch.
But I think he's just one of them players who is just going to, if he don't make it to NRL, he's going to be a Super League long stay sort of
He's
player.
going to be one of those players where you say he was good enough to do it, but for whatever reason...
Some players just don't work out where they go. You know, there's players like that, isn't there? Like James Roby.
Sam Tompkins.
It went and it didn't work out when he's come over and he's reworked his game to work in Super League.
I wouldn't say he didn't work out, really. He had an okay first season, then just got an unlucky injury.
Yeah.
And struggled to play his way back in.
I think he definitely paved the way for this new era of English player going over to NRL.
Well, again, it won't
he made his name known. He made his name known out there.
Yeah, I think James Graham probably started it off.
Yeah. But I think he sort of made...
This isn't about players that have been to the NRL.
That's a different video. We need this video. But I think Smithies, good runner. He's still only really young. I think he's got a good couple of years still in Super League where I think he needs to break in, potentially get like that number 10 shirt at Wigan and really be that
star. Do you see him staying prop? Rather loose? Munslock?
Potentially loose, he could do it all. I think you could put him in second row and he'd do you.
I think long term he's going to replace O'Loughlin at 13.
Potentially, I think he has shown signs of having that ball handling skills as well. Definitely. I think honestly one of the best players up and coming, probably going to win you and play with you in Super League this year. And
arguably one of his toughest competitors, apart from the guys we've already mentioned, is next.
Would you say?
One of your shouts here.
Aledsky. It's probably been in the
Eastern European destroyer.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously watched him a lot when he played for Bradford before he sort of broke into your team.
He'd not seen players that talented since back when they had Jamie Peacock.
Well, I'd seen players that talented since. He reminded me of like when Tom Burgess first broke into the Bradford team at 18 years old. He were complete similar things. And honestly, I think he's probably better than Burgess brothers, realistically. I think he could be an NRL right now. I think he's working on his game defensively.
That's tough to say. He's not really
a
starting prop at Leeds.
I think defensively, if he picks that game up, because going forward, there's no prop. There is obviously props like him, but he's one of them where I think he's magnificent.
He runs with everything he's got into every hit, and he will make you meet.
I can see him. He's working on his game, and I feel like he's got his goal of like I want to play in the NRL, and I think he'll do it. I think we both agree.
I think his goal is Jamie Peacock.
Really? Do you think he's going to stay? I mean, if he does that, then fair play to him. I think he's got a future in game. He's got 10, 15 years left playing Super League / NRL.
100%.
I think he's that good. I mean, obviously,
with all these guys, there's a long ways to go in their developments, and things will cause bumps in the road. Hell, there's probably guys that are having their bump right now.
Yeah.
That haven't made the cut. Let us know some names that you think of.
Yeah, because there's definitely honourable mentions. I mean, we've touched on a few in the video. Jack Walker, Danny
Richardson.
There's even like a player like Oliver Partington at Wigan who's sort of just a bit behind Smiths in my head, but I still also see him as a good player.
Morgan Knowles is a good up-and-coming player.
Knowles, I don't even see him as up-and-coming anymore. I see him past that.
Well, yeah.
But he could work in NRL.
What about Matty Lees?
Exactly. That's an easy NRL mould of a prop as well.
Yeah.
Like he's that prop.
He's the next Ryan Sutton, in my opinion.
Yeah. He'll I also do think he'll go. He's definitely one of the
best. I've only just remembered him. That's why I didn't mention him before.
You know why? Because we were thinking more like, in terms of his all impact for Saints, it isn't that big because of how good Saints are. Yeah. If you put him in that OKR team starting at prop, he's probably their best player. He's up there.
He's the best forward.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a disrespect on Sean Kenny Dowell's name.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an impact player. So I think, comment down below, because I know you're going to be fuming that we've missed out some of your players from your teams.
Yeah.
Keep them down, put them down below.
You shouldn't be fuming. It means we think they're going to stay in the Super League.
Yeah.
Stop wishing them off to Australia.
Looking at this video, you've got to be excited at either the future of the Super League, the future of England, the future of everything. It's all looking good. Some great young players coming through.
Well, let's just be honest about one thing though. Adek ain't going back. He won't get him past the immigration system.
Right, that's it. Before we offend anyone, make sure you're watching the podcast we've just put out on Wednesday. We've got a lot of sort of talking about the England squad announcement, reviewing weekend, a lot of talking points from Super League at the minute. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll have more videos like this every Saturday, so make sure you're subscribing. Thanks for watching.